Hello, everyone. My name is Jessica Collins, and I'm going to be talking to you about cancer treatment. Now, cancer can be one of the most deadly diseases of the human body. It can affect both organs and systems or one of each, such as the pancreas, skin, or lungs. Treatment can be long or short, depending on severity of the disease, whether it's stage 1 or stage 2 or so forth. The types of treatments out there can vary from patient to patient depending on how they can tolerate the treatment. Chemotherapy is one of the most common control or treatment for cancer. There's also x-rays that can show whether or not the person has cancer, CAT scans, all that to see how strong or how widespread the cancer is inside a person's body. Also, they do blood and urine tests to confirm or deny if someone has a particular cancer or disease, not just an injury of sorts. Studies done by researchers include stem cell research, which is to see whether or not whether or not the stem cells can reduce, treat, or destroy the cancer. There's also antibiotic resistance being tested to see what types of cancer cells are causing this problem and why they are so resistant against antibiotics, and should doctors, nurses, and other medical professionals use stronger drugs. Also, there's protein angiogenesis, which is the blood supply to both cancer cells, and tumors. Also, there are studies to see whether or not the MRA can be restricted from completing the cell cycle and producing even more cancer cells. Example I chose is breast cancer, which is one of the most common types of cancers we have here in the U.S. It can affect both men and women. Statistically, about 15% of women globally, according to a study in 2012. The article I found, the immune suppression of breast cancer, reveals that X chromosomes are one of the main causes of not only breast cancers, but all cancers that lead to a large multitude of cancer cells, which in turn leads to cancer or, if more aggressive, large tumors. Here's a visual on the statistics of breast cancer. We have an average about an average of about 1,900 or so for women between 60 and 69. Now, that's not saying that just 60 to 69 um, it's not saying that 60 to 69 is the age that all women are going to develop breast cancer. It's just an average, basically. As you can see, it is very high for Hispanic women, but it can also affect whites, blacks, Asians, Pacific Islanders, etc. Also, the percentage of mortality is high for whites, then blacks, then Asians, then Indians, then Hispanics, and so forth. So it can affect anyone, not just one particular ethnicity. Other factors include the characteristics and growth, such as macrophages and cell fusion, X chromosomes, randomly generated cells, and the place where they're infecting the body. Here's some risk factors I found. We have smoking, obesity, diet, lack of exercise, occupation, where you sit down a lot or you're exposed to certain chemicals, viruses, family history, alcohol, etc. Anything that can produce the cancer or make it known. Here are my references, and thank you for listening and watching. Hope this has been very informational for you. Thank you so much. Bye.